So, Nintendo Switch 2 has been back in the news again recently. Doug Bowser has actually made some official statements about this in a Q&A where he was asked various different things about Nintendo in general and also the Switch. But there's one part that just does concern me a little bit, and I just want to voice my opinion and my concern, and hopefully other people are doing the same. I'm sure they are, because this is something that Nintendo just seem to do, and I don't know why that is. But I hope you guys are having a good day as always. By the way, I forgot to say that. I'm Major Ben. Welcome to the channel. Leave a like and subscribe if you really enjoy this video. Always great to have more of you guys. Welcome to the community. We're really growing, and I'm loving what we're doing here. So now, Doug Bowser has said a few things. So this is about Nintendo Switch 2, because obviously the Nintendo Switch has now entered its 7th year, and the system is continuing to sell more and more. To be honest, it's doing really well still in the 7th, or going into its 7th year. Now, Nintendo marketing executive Doug Bowser told the AP, which I think the AP is the insider Q&A thing that they do. And this basically, he said that there is nothing to announce about the next Nintendo Switch hardware, but overall, the company feels very bullish about the current model. We're entering uncharted territory with the platform. It's exciting to see that demand is still there, Doug Bowser said. The Switch has proven to be popular so long into its life cycle, in part because it is genuinely a unique device with its ability to be used at home and on the go, Bowser said. Nintendo will inevitably release another console one day. While we don't know what it'll be just yet, Bowser said the aim for it will be to surprise and delight customers. Now, this next bit is the part that just worries me a little bit. How can we produce new, unique ways of playing? That's always in the front of our mind, Bowser said. Now, that part worries me. And some of you are like, well, why? He's just talking about innovating new, unique ways of playing. Now, this is just my opinion. You guys can have a completely different opinion. This is what opinions are about. And just feel free to let me know politely in the comments below if you disagree, or if you agree. You know, just be polite either way. This is just something we're all passionate about and all interested in talking about. Now, the reason I worry is because the Wii was a new, unique way of playing. Yes, it was a mass seller, but was it a good system? Personally, in my opinion, absolutely not. It was a dust collector in everybody's home. The Wii U was a new, unique way of playing. Was that a good system? Absolutely not. It was terrible. Now, the Switch, yes, that was a new, unique way of playing. It's one of the few situations where it's absolutely worked. And there's been others, like the 3DS was good. I don't think it was the upgrade I would have wanted. Like 3D was cool at the time, but as we all know, that's died out. And I personally would have taken, rather than them having to use all the graphical power of the 3DS to actually have two images running, because that's how 3D works, I would rather have just had higher resolution rather than like a 540p or a 480p display or whatever the hell, or 720 or whatever it was. It wasn't even 720, like 320 or something. But I would have rather had more pixels. So the reason that I worry about this statement is because the Switch is something that just works. It does work. It's fantastic. Look at the sales figures. Look what you've created. Do not go messing about. Like, literally, all they need to do is create a more powerful version of this exact same system with a gorgeous OLED, maybe a 1080p OLED with just a decent amount of power, Steam Deck level power, and then maybe when you dock it, in the dock there's an upscaler and it can do Xbox Series S power. If that, which so far, judging by the rumors of the NVIDIA leaks that we've had recently, if we think that chip, the T239, I believe it's called, if that chip is true, it looks like that's what we're getting. But just this new, unique, don't go adding stupid gimmicks, because people do not want that. Oh my God, like, please don't go adding, like, the Wii was just not good in my opinion. It wasn't a game system. It was a stupid family gimmick where you have your friends over and you play tennis on there. Like, that's literally what it's used for. In fact, still in my house today, okay, maybe it's proving the point that it did well. I'm still using it just for like Wii Party and stuff when family comes over, because people don't necessarily want to play other types of games when they're over a certain age. They just want to play stupid games like Wii Party, right? So in that way, it did well. But for a gamer, like, it's not something I would ever use every day. Like, I stopped playing Nintendo games pretty much at that point, apart from the very few that were good on there. Like, it just wasn't a good system. So just do this OLED, this gorgeous OLED, this amazing machine you've created that we've all, by the way, invested thousands and thousands of pounds worth of money, into games on this system, which is the other point. Please do not leave the system behind in terms of backwards compatibility. My God, if like, I am serious when I say that, and I will lock into this, and I will prove on my channel that I don't own that I do this. If you do not allow us to play these games that we've purchased over the last 7 years, by that point, maybe 8 years when the Switch 2 releases, if you don't allow us to carry our purchases across that new system and have backwards compatibility, even if the games run identically on the Switch 2, I'll be okay with that. But if you stop and we aren't allowed to carry a single game across to the Switch 2 from the Switch 1 library, I am not buying your system, and I will never ever purchase another game on a Nintendo Switch system that isn't an exclusive. So maybe what I would do, I would buy the system for their exclusives, but I would never play third-party title stuff. I don't own The Witcher on PS5 or the Xbox. I own The Witcher on here, okay? I love this system. I love the fact that I can take it with me. It's so personal to me because I can take it wherever I go. I'm on the road quite a lot sometimes. I travel around to my girlfriend's house and stuff, and I'm there. I don't want to take a home console, so I take this a lot with me. I go different places a lot, and I like to take this. So that's my way of playing a lot of these brand new games. Doom, I bought on here. Doom Eternal, I bought on here. I'm trying to think. So many different titles that are third-party titles I play on the Switch over the home consoles in certain situations. That's just the way I chose to do it because I love the Switch. I like its portable nature, and in hope that going forward we're going to have those games maybe upscaled to 4K when we do get a better Switch or 1080p on the main screen, and then on a upscaled TV when you are home, 4K. That would be the best scenario. I don't even care that the PS5 and the Series X are better quality in terms of the games that they have in terms of graphical quality. Even if it's just 4K, that's the biggest thing at the moment that frustrates me, is when I dock this and play Breath of the Wild or whatever I'm playing, I'm just using that as an example, on my 4K TV, it just doesn't look very good. It looks worse than on a 1080p screen, in my opinion, because there's more pixels to push around. It's not utilizing those pixels. They're just filling in the gaps, and it just does not look good on a 65-inch 4K TV. If they just give us 4K, even if it's 30 FPS and we don't get 60 FPS games on Switch 2, I will mostly be okay with that and carry on using it as my main console. I just would, especially if we get more and more games. Obviously, things like Hogwarts Legacy I've been playing on PS5 because I don't want to play that game at a 10 FPS version on the Switch, personally, unless it's coming to Switch 2. But do not let us not be able to carry our libraries across to Switch 2. That will be the biggest mistake Nintendo ever makes. And I'm not the only person saying this. I have lots of friends on the Switch, and so many of them have agreed that if they do not let us carry, because this system has had so many good third-party launches and so many decent games, even legacy games like The Witcher be brought to it. Doom is brought to it. Even things like the Naruto games that I really love, and we've got Naruto connections coming up for the Switch. Even simple stuff like that I really love that I can just take on the go. If you just cancel that whole library, and on the Switch 2 we have to start over again, to me, that's just such a scummy move if they do that, and I will not be purchasing games, third-party titles on that system. I will buy the system because I like Nintendo exclusives, but I certainly would not buy third-party titles there because I would be wasting my money, because I'd only end up having to rebuy another remake of a remake on that system. And I know PlayStation does the same thing with Last of Us, slightly different, at least they're remaking it, where the Nintendo, they pretty much just relaunched the same games from Wii U to Wii quite a lot of the times, but it's another matter. But that's how I feel personally on the system. Let me know what you guys feel. I hope we get some more updates. I really want to see what this thing looks like, because I'm worried to keep spending money on my Switch at the moment. I feel insecure about buying any third-party titles already on this system, because I'm well, judging by Nintendo's track records, they can pretty much ditch our 200 plus game libraries on the Switch and just make us lose access to all those games. Obviously, we can still go back and play them on the Switch, but we'll never be able to play them going forward on future hardware. Whereas I buy Hogwarts Legacy on PS5, chances are I'm going to be able to play it on not Series X, on PlayStation 6. Same with PS4 games to PS5 and Xbox One to Xbox Series games. That's always been such a smooth sailing thing, and they've had graphical enhancements. Pretty much majority of the games seem to get graphical enhancements in some sort of way. But Nintendo, man, do well on this, because otherwise a lot of people are going to lose a lot of interest. You've got something good going right now, and in my opinion, I would just stick to it until the universe changes, in terms of like, we don't have physical systems anymore and it's like a VR thing or whatever the hell it is. The Switch works. Don't mess this up. Do a more powerful system with backwards compatibility. Nothing more. Don't waste your time developing stupid wave your arms in the air gimmicks. Nobody wants that. We want a system that works as well and seamlessly as it does. Steam Deck's great. It's more powerful and the games look good, but you can't dock that thing seamlessly like you can with the Switch. It does not work in the same way. There's bugs, there's stutter issues on so many games because it's still a PC in the end of the day. Do the Switch, make it Steam Deck power. That's all you got to do. Literally all you got to do. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.